right. And we are back. We are back. 1 second. I hope we got good connection. Alright. Set this up. Bum. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay. Okay, Rainer, what's going on, my brother? My brother. Um, Give me 1 second, though. What happened here? Okay. Looking for. I'm looking for a thumbnail or a life logo that I got. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see if we can find it and post it on IG so people come over here. How you doing today, my brother? Happy Father's Day, by the way. Well, not yet, but happy Father's Day weekend. Happy Father's Day weekend. Oh, there we go. Me doing stupid logos. Okay, where are you? Got a clown trigger and a parforceric fish. Sorry if I didn't say that correct. Nice. A clown trigger. Those are nice. I like those. Those are beautiful. Those are freaking beautiful, man. Where are my life logo thingies, man? I got so many pictures. I gotta start like cleaning up my phone. Oh, there we go. The simple way of reefing YouTube. All right. Post. Okay, next. We are live on YouTube. Let's share it and forget about it. But yeah, so hope everybody are having a good weekend so far. Me over here right now, what I'm doing is I'm pretty much simulating like I'm on vacation, so I'm still preparing couple things still, but I'm kind of what I got so far done. I want to see how well it's working. One being the feeders, and I'm gonna act like I'm the one in charge of the tanks. So I'm gonna do the feeding on the two tanks that they're gonna have to feed somebody that that I designate to do that. If I'm out, and making sure the ATOs are gonna last, ATO plus cold water are gonna last all the way 7+ days. How we can manage the temperature, make sure all tanks temperature are correct, making sure all the pumps are working the way they supposed to, and the same thing with the power heads, return pumps, skimmers, all that. I done this before. You know, it's not the first time I leave the reef tanks behind. So I kind of every time I do, I kind of like remember what I did last time and see how can I improve for next vacation. So I started today. I refill all the ATOs. Everything is full back up. I haven't cleaned the power heads and all that because I will do that this weekend coming up. Because I'm probably not gonna leave this weekend coming up. I leave the next one. So at least by that time, I want to see how they perform now that they kind of dirty, and compare that to when they clean, which they're gonna be working as new. Um, so I did a couple things to prevent me from running low. One on cold water, so I did this here. So this is a 7.5 gallon. That's a 5 gallon, but they both is gonna be 10 gallons in total. It's not gonna be a 12 gallon because, of course, if I fill this one all the way up, this one's gonna overflow. So we're gonna fill this one, and the water is gonna transfer to this tank, and it's gonna level out. ATO. The only way the ATO will start going on and off nonstop if I've been having a problem with my doser. So if my head for the cut water fails, then the ATO is the one that's gonna start, you know, like going on and off as water evaporates. So this coral box doser, it will handle minor dosing, but when you push the limits, I will say if you start dosing 50 mils an hour, right now I'm dosing 90 mils an hour. I bought new heads, and every head I put in that section where the orange is right now, the line keeps splitting inside. I show you right here. So this is a problem that I need to fix before I leave. But it's kind of like somebody's grabbing a knife and slashing this through. I think it's in this side right here. I don't know if you guys can see a line there, but it's there. If I open this here, I think it's this side or the other side, one of those side. But anyway, it had a leak. At first, I saw it yesterday morning. I thought that it was the other doser because I disconnected the doser from the other tank downstairs. I put it on top of that one, so I said, okay, it had liquid on the lines, and it ended up dropping there. But no, later at night when I started checking on it, again the line was broken again. So that's out of four that I bought. I say that's the third one because the first one I had there originally also got broken. So I'm down three lines. So I'm gonna buy the lines only and see what happened. Now this orange one was given to me by Silva. I don't got no communication with him. Like I keep saying the same thing. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he don't answer my message or whatever. But I would love to know if you guys know where to get those type of line. I mean, I'm trying that one for now and see what happened in the week period, 2 weeks that I got right now. Hopefully, it won't get broken like the other ones. I do have an extra one just in case, if at least it lasts at least a week or so. If not, I'm gonna change it to the J-Bow because the J-Bow never broke on me. It's still working, and I didn't have that problem with that pump. And I was dosing 80 mils an hour, almost the same, and it did handle that. So that's to tell you guys that sometimes cheap stuff work better than expensive stuff. That says a lot. So yeah, so I'm getting ready. Make sure the lighting is set the way it need to set. I got a feeder right there. I have a feeder right here. I'm feeding 3 times a day, twice. So it will go around twice. So I will drop food twice, and each time that I'm gonna feed. So it feeds at 12, then it feeds, I believe it's at 5 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock before lights out. So they have a decent amount of food, and it's pellets. So I don't usually feed them pellets, but they do eat the pellets. So at least in each time, different fish will have the opportunity to eat some pellets. So the only tank that don't have feeders, and I might get an extra one for that one. So that way, all they gotta do is just feed the fish downstairs, and they don't gotta worry about nothing up here. The less I could keep anybody from messing around with the system, the more stable it will be, and the more I don't have to worry about and stress about. So I'm doing a test right now with this one here, where I got this Innovator Marine feeder, and I dropped some pellets there, some mini pellets, and they haven't sink at all. I did throw a different, same size grain, but a little bit more kind of more rounded, not kind of powdery looking one. And I think those dip already sink. But we'll see. So that's a problem. You see, so this is good for me to start testing now to make sure if I assign somebody to do that, then this is not gonna happen because the fish is gonna starve. And the water is gonna get polluted. It does stays there. Yeah. So this is a problem right now. The pellets are not sinking from here. Look, I even turn it around. They still in there. Anyway, I will deal with that later. Oh, by the way, changing the subject real quick. I found this little tip. I believe it's from the anemone. It's the same color of the anemone. And I think it's either it got caught on the power head, maybe it got stretched too much. It got caught on the power head, and the power head did cut one of the tentacles. But I never saw the nem reach all the way over there. But I did found the piece behind over there, so it's still alive. Believe it or not, it's still alive. It has attached to the coffee filter, and by the way, this is all plastic. Even the mesh is plastic, so no worries here that I got some aluminum or metal in the tank. These are great for stuff like this. You guys see me use this before for the fish. Wish I got bad news about that fish, and I'll tell you guys in a minute. But yeah, so it's still alive. We'll see if a little nem will um, comes out of that. So we'll see about that. But yeah, so you see, so going on vacation, that is no good. The ATO, I do not worry about the ATO on this system at all because it has lasted for 2 weeks, 5 gallons of this a container that I got down here. It lasts me always more than a week. So I know with this system, it do not evaporate that much water. So I'm gonna be good with that one as long as temperature, of course, stays stable. Because the minute temperatures start going up and down, you're gonna have a lot of evaporation going. And this one, all I gotta do is make sure I secure the little bridge I made over there because the conch snail, they like to kind of get to the algae that grows on the glass, and they be knocking the thing over. And the other day, it did, and the new mealy I got stung my Miyagi toy right there, and the Miyagi toy didn't like it. So we gotta secure that in place or secure it in place. We gotta do that. Uh, but now, like I said, all I gotta watch is the levels in the tank, the parameters. Make sure how much the tank is gonna shift throughout a week. In my previous vacation, I had Silva come into the house and do the testing for me, I'm super grateful for that. But again, this time I don't know what's going on with him. I hope it's okay. But I don't got nobody that knows how to reef or how to take care of any fish tank that can come over here and do some testing at least throughout half of the week, so I know exactly what's going on with the tank and how things are going while I'm out. So that's why I'm doing 2 weeks in advance this testing to make sure that nothing's gonna go out of whack. I'm gonna make sure the skimmer is off throughout while I'm out. Last time I left it on, but again, I had somebody come in and check. This time, no. This time I'm gonna have it off. Probably same thing with the reactor. I probably had the reactor off too because I don't want to have no extra pump doing anything nowhere. The only one I'm gonna keep rolling is gonna be this Me Mouse. By the way, shout out to CJ for replacing a pump. Then I didn't need replacement. I bought this pump. I believe it was either I kind of don't remember. I had it a minute for like a month or so. I'm bullshit. Um, but hey, don't say that. But anyway, the pump came without the back piece, right? So I reached out to CJ group on Instagram, and they were quick to respond. So I told them I don't need a new pump. All I need is the back piece. If you guys can send me that, I'll be happy with, so I can have a complete pump. And no, they sent me a new one. So thank you, CJ. And those little pump has a 2 year warranty, so that's good. So, but I'm gonna have one of the pumps in case the pump shuts down. At least I keep water movement down here. The only thing, yeah, I don't have to worry about heating the water too much because the heater is off right now. If you see, I got fans there. I got another fan here to keep the water cool. Right now it's dead on 78. So that's good. The only thing that worries me right now is the head. The other one, I do not worry too much. But that one is the one that I'm worried about in this system because that means that I'm not going to be dosing cold water, so the tank is going to be evaporating a lot of water. And for somebody to come and refill the ATO, it's kind of tricky here with this here, this cable here to remove the it's easy to remove, but then to place it back on so evaporation do not occur here. It's kind of tricky. So I guess I got to teach somebody how to do that in case that happen. I already ordered more alkalinity, more calcium, more magnesium, even though they fill and they're not gonna be empty for like a month right now. But have it in hand just in case. You always gotta have this stuff in hand and be ready. I got some more alkalinity over here that I can refill that up. Magnesium is only 8 meals a day. Um, Calcium and alkalinity, one is I think 30 meals, and the other one 20 meals a day or 40 meals a day. I think it's calcium is 40 meals a day, and this one 30 or 25. I think I lowered it to 25 because it was going high. But anyway, it's gonna last because those containers are big enough. Another thing I worry about in the system is a little goby I got. He's over there in the corner. Hard to see right there. That's a red banded goby. He gets chased by this little guy here, and he be going on the overflow, take a ride to the back of the overflow. The good thing is big overflow, so it's easy to grab them from there. And I got the silencer there that I don't let no fish go down. I mean, a fish that small, it could go through it. Through one of those little holes I drew on the PVC. But that's the only fish I'm concerned. I have a concern right now. And also, I'm gonna keep this cage here because I'm using it as a protection for one of the damsels that's getting picked by this guy. If you guys notice, there's no white clown in the tank, no more maroon clown. Yesterday, I didn't even realize that he was getting beat up by the damsels and the angelfish. The white noticed it. Oh, they killing him. And by the time I got to the fish, he already has his fins chewed up. I don't know why, because throughout this whole time he's been defending himself. He was living inside the Duncans. I just moved this rock here, so it's not like I move anything in the tank to create any disturbance, I guess, and where the fish be at most of the time. So he started getting beat up by the pygmy angel and that dance hole. And like I said, by the time I got to him, it was kind of late. He was still trying to swim the right way, but since he didn't had no tail pretty much and a little bit of the siphons, so he couldn't correct his position. So he kept laying down in one of this corner. So I left him there throughout the night. I came to look to see if he was still alive, and yes, he was still alive. But I have a serious snail here that found his way all the way up here and was sucking the insides out of the fish while he was alive. So I removed the snail, and it was already late, and the fish died. So super sad, even though I didn't like the fish like that because I don't like maroon clowns. I don't wish no fish to die that way by getting ganged up by everybody in the tank. Because believe it or not, even the emptiest, they kind of tough, so they don't let nobody mess with them. Especially the female. Though the male's a punk, but the female Antias, she's a true soldier in the tank. She don't let nobody mess with her. She be chasing the denzels, so that tells you everything. But yeah, so like I say, those are the only two fish I worry the most. This goby, for the most part, is one of my little guys here that stays in this side. The other one do hovers around this side, so but they never get close to the overflow. Only the Denso now that he be hanging around back and forth from one corner of the overflow to the other one, just seeking protection, I guess, from the darkness of the overflow and the corners and the return and all that. So yeah, so now we just wait for a week, see what happened. I'm not touching the tank. The only thing I'm doing is on Wednesday I'm gonna test alkalinity, see where it's at, and then test again. I believe if I go on vacation, I'm coming back on a Sunday. So then I will check again and see how much what the tank did throughout this whole week, and yeah, see what happened, man. Hopefully everything is good. The tank downstairs, like I say, I don't worry too much about what's going on down there. I am having a little bit of aggression with the denso downstairs. Um, now the big guy, he ganged up with the other one, and then the other big one is pinching the corner. But I put something there to help him, to help keep the other two away from him. And yeah, the other one's still in the sump. I don't know what to do, if I should get rid of those fish before I leave, and let the tank be. It's only soft corals in there for now, and that big acro that is holding so far. So we'll see. I don't worry about the tank downstairs. Again, I mean the evaporation in that tank is minimum, and ATO 5 gallon ATO will last me a whole week, unless something major happen. Again, I will clean the pumps, put them nice and neat, so everything just work for a whole week with no issues whatsoever. But yeah, man, I will say that, man, just make sure your equipment is working top notch, and you have a plan, when going on vacation, because what took you a long time to create, it can just disappear in hours without you being there to do something about it. And trust me, if I hear that something's going on with the tank, I will take a plane and come back. Even because this is not gonna ruin my vacation, and I don't want this to die. Because I'd rather be here at home enjoying this than being on vacation. To tell you the truth. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. So for feeding, other than the pellets, also gonna have some frozen food, maybe here and there. Just throw it in the tank. I don't care if it goes through the overflow, because most of the time I keep power heads close to the overflow, so that way the food always get pushed back inside the tank, and minimum water or food goes down there. So in that aspect, I don't worry about it too much. Yeah, man. I think that's it, man. That's it. Just I think that the most important thing is making sure you have somebody watching over the tank, and everybody's gonna be well taken care of, and all the pumps, everything's gonna be working 100%. The only issue right now I got that worries me the most is the doser. Let me say hi to everybody here. Oh, Rainer, I say hi. Chip it, chip, chip, chip it, chip, chip. What's going on, man? Adrian Mitchell, what's going on? Season. Hope you guys having a good Father's Day weekend. I know it's not Father's Day, but it's tomorrow, so uh, Let me say hi to Scott Morrison. What's going on, brother? All right. Got a clown trigger, a big trigger. Nice, nice. Do you cow wash it to your ATO? No, no. I cow wash it straight to the tank, man. Straight to the tank. I do have. Okay, so my cow washer, when I did it with Silva, we didn't do it so the cow washer be as is what is at the max potency. So the pH on a cow washer as is max potency is about 12 something, I believe, or 10 something. I'm not sure. Mine is set up at 8.6, 8.7. So it doesn't go higher than that. That's kind of where I keep my tank. So that's the reason why I do so much cold water to my tank, because I'm kind of keeping it level with where I want to keep my alkalinity. I'm not chasing the pH, because eventually when you add cold water to your system, it's gonna raise your pH. As long as I stay myself above 8.0, I'm happy with it. I'm not looking to get crazy growth. I'm not dying, because trust me, when you get crazy growth, you'll be going crazy what you're gonna do with all the coral you have. You know, at the beginning, we try to get as much coral we can. Once you have the corals growing, then you don't know what to do with it. So this is crazy, right? Now that Chimp is talking about the feeder, make sure your feeder is fully charged, although the charge does last as long as time. Yep. Think I only charged it twice since I bought it. So the ones I got, they battery operated and they last, depend how much feeding you do, they last about, I think they say if you do minimum feeding, it lasts about 6 months, something like that. I read on the paper. Up to 3 months, or it depends. It depends, how much. I do have the batteries sitting there, and I will put new batteries, even though this one is crazy. I ordered this one on Amazon yesterday, and it got to me yesterday. So the company pretty much this copying, or I don't know, man, because it's the same one that I bought that came. I think that one came from California. The difference is this one has a logo and this one don't have a logo. So I got three blue fish there, fish notch here, and a blue line there, and this one is all black with no fish in the back, but same digital display, same everything, same everything. It didn't change in nothing. The only difference, I guess, this one, there's already a company, I guess, is selling it as its own. It comes with a different cap, so that I did like about it, because this cap that I got now has like kind of like a stopper, so it's not a fully open cavity or whatever you call that, entrance or exit for the food. So you don't have to put tape like I did to that one. So yeah, that's the only thing I like that about it. And the blue, you guys know I'm into the blue stuff. So there you go. Now I got a blue feeder with the same colors I like. You can feed with this one 3 times a day. Um, yeah, 3 times a day, or pour serving. So right now I have it at, hard to see. Let's see. Yeah, right there. So I have it right now at 2. So every time I feed, it will go around twice. But super easy to set it up. It has the military time, 24 hour. So from 1 to 24 or 1 to 23, then go back to 0. So yeah, I like it so far. Don't have no complaints about it. Battery do last a long time, so like I say, I'm thinking to get one for that one, or maybe for the one downstairs. That way, I don't have to worry about, or get two more. That's it. I don't have to worry about nobody feeding the fish. That way, I get that out of the way. The only thing also, I got the pellets I'm using is TDO pellets, even though the containers I have them in, they different containers, but those pellets I got on a Reef Palooza, those little package they give away. And yeah, I've been in 2 Reef Palooza, so I collected in both, and I mixed them both. So it's the same pellets. One thing I haven't do is reading the back of the little packages to see the content in the pellets. To see if it's gonna raise my phosphates and stuff of that nature. That way I know how much uh, pour serving I will do for the fish, and they're gonna have to deal with that for a week. So yeah, we'll see, man. Man, you are lucky. I got no mouth. I think he does use call in ATO. What's up? I replaced all my aquamatic pumps with Ciche. Yeah. Ciche, I mean, customer service. A lot of people says it. They great. I ain't gonna lie, I do enjoy watching Jay Wilson. I think Jay Wilson videos, his personality. But dealing with him with the pump situation, I don't know. When people write me on text or message replying, right? That's how you say, yeah, whatever. Answering me back for whatever I wrote. I could sense the way they writing stuff back, and what he wrote back when the pump situation, I took it sarcastic. I didn't like that, because CJ was the one that told me to reach out to him, and I did. I didn't, and exactly the message I sent to CJ, I sent it to him. I'm looking for the cap. I'm not looking for a new pump. Yeah, so I would expect a little more open conversation, not just here you go, if you know what I mean. I didn't like that, but it is what it is. I got the pump and whatever. So lately, yeah, I've been staying away from people, pretty much. Bad customer service. They didn't replace my broken day night sensor on my Waymaker pump. I just remove it and call it a fix. Yep. So that was Aquamatics. Wow. Yeah, man. We get good and bad customer service. From all types of work types. From any company. You get good customer service. You get bad customer service. I don't know. Well, I think we live in an era where people's feelings are too sensitive. And I'm sensitive. I ain't gonna lie. I do, like I say, I can read how a message is being sent to me. So if I don't like the tone of the message, expect me to answer back exactly how I feel. But yeah, I agree. Some company have terrible customer service. Um, at least I got the pump. Has the 2-year warranty. Same thing with the other one. I guess I don't know if they need a serial number to take the warranty out, since I already got the pump, the new pump. But I think if I give that pump to somebody with the box, they call, they will send on a new pump, because that's how people are. That's how that company is. So it's a company that I'm looking forward to get one of their pump, the same one Reef Girl has in her system, the CJ 9.0. That's kind of like a dream pump for me, that I always wanted it, but not before trying the the Ecotech one. I want to try that one first, since it's white and blue. That's all. It's a great pump, good feedback from that pump, but also the colors. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I crush the TDO pellets up because my fish won't eat the whole pellets. Yeah, for the pellets, when I got them from well, matter of fact, from the three shows I've been, because even in the farmers market, they gave away some of those TDO bag little CP bags. Um, but I make sure I grab from all three sizes: the small, the medium, the large. So that way, for that situation, since I had different size fish, and the only bigger fish I got is the tangs, and I'm down to two from three. So, but they loving the pellets, man. I was surprised even to earlier today when I saw the first feeding of the day. That one here, this one did went through the first feeding, no problem. This one went around, but it fell because I didn't have the cap open. So you see, this is why I'm doing this testing, so called. Making sure everything is working correct before going on vacation. Man, it's something that I can stress enough. And the last thing I'm doing is setting up the return pump ready with an extension cord in case lights out. Then we will connect. I'm gonna have that tank and this system both connected together, close. So all they gotta do is just plug in, plug out. That way, at least we have the return pumps running in case of a power outage due to a rain, lightning storm, whatever. While I'm out, that's the last one that I'm gonna work on this week, and is putting that extension cord in those plugs exactly where they need to be, meaning the one for the car, and at least have one of those 100-foot extension cord running around the house close. So all you gotta do is just plug in and go. Because of course, whoever is in charge, I'm not gonna have them. Okay, grab water from the sump, put it back in this tank like I did the first time on my power outage, having two tanks. So grab water from the sump, put it in one, so all the water in the line they go down. Then went to the other one, where I from the sump, and do it to the other tank, so the water kept circulating from both overflows. So that's a headache. It's not easy. So yeah, that's the last thing I gotta do. And I think from there we'll be good, man. Yeah, Hannah responded to me about my out checker through a comment I made on someone post instead of my DM to them, which I found to be weird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some companies do that too. You gotta either comment on somebody's post, or because you could, like right now, I'm waiting for Coral Box to answer about the heads. I tagged them and nothing. I bet you if I tag somebody, or say something stupid in somebody else's post or whatever about the situation, they will quick to answer, man. They will be quick to answer. So yeah, man. Reef Cube. Hello, my love. But yeah, so some companies are like that. I think I had a similar experience with somebody. I just can't remember right now. Yeah, I just can't remember right now. But now, let's talk a little bit about the tank, man. So if you guys saw the post, I posted it on IG. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They open back up. So I did roll on IG exactly what happened. For those that didn't see the post, so I will explain why I'm so happy seeing these zoas open up again. So those zoas originally, they were back there for a long, long time. They were always doing good, didn't have no problem. But I got too comfortable seeing the tank looking good that I stopped doing testing. Only kept doing alkalinity tests, Wasn't doing much testing, meaning nitrates, phosphates. Kept doing my water changes normally, weekly water changes, and still not testing. Not even the water that I was putting in the tank. And slowly, I started seeing my zoas closing up. Started with the hornets, then it moved to my eagle eyes, and so on and so on. So I kept saying, yeah, I'm gonna take them out, do a dip, see what the heck is going on, move them down to a lower light area, see, because like a film started growing on the stem. So I said, I gotta do something about that. Kept saying it, but didn't do nothing about it. But one day I woke up, I said, no, no, I grew them from one single, two single heads to a colony like that. I gotta do something about it. So the first thing I did was the wrong thing was dipping them, and I dipped them in Reef dip, and also I put some hydrogen peroxide to try to get rid of the little slime coat growing on the stem. And I got lucky that I didn't burn them because I did burn a couple heads and they started like the skin on the zoa started like bubbling, so that means they got burned, but they survived. Those survived. I think those are the ones the ring in the middle are kind of faded away, so I probably bleached the lines in the middle, but they did survive. So since the dip didn't do nothing, I moved to the next phase, where was what I needed to do from the first place was test everything in the tank and make sure everything was where they needed to be. And that's where I found the problem. Phosphates were undetectable on the HANA checker, and nitrates were from 10 or 11 that I had them to 0.02. I said, a light bulb went on in my head. That's where the problem is. I kept them so long in nitrates above 8 ppm. So I said that's where the problem is. They almost zero. And you guys saw I started having problems seeing Zayano or diatoms in the sandbed. No longer they're there. The minute I started increasing my nitrates and phosphates. Now, I didn't do it overnight. So if you're having similar problems, don't go crazy. If you have nitrates and phosphates in hand in a bottle in liquid, don't dose it to the tank crazy. Try to bring them up from one day to the next. Take your time, let them creep up slowly, the same way they dissipated out of the tank, if that's the right word to use. Um, I started doing 2 meals and a half first. Boom, boom, boom. Then I think 3 meals and then up to 5 meals. They started like it took a minute for them to start kicking in. I shut off the skimmer. I kept the phosphate running, the phosphate reactor, but and I did shut down the valve a little, so not a lot of water was going through it. So I did that and started feeding heavy, heavy, heavy. I'm no longer doing it again, doing it no more for now. But I kept doing that and dosing daily. Once I got to 5 mil, that's where I stopped dosing more than that a day. They started going up. It took, no lie, about 3 weeks for them go to 2 to 3 to 4 to now. I think they're sitting around 12, 13. I haven't tested. Today is testing day, so I will test today, see where they are. Last time I tested, they were around 13 or 14, I think it was. And ever since I saw them that high, and also phosphate went higher from point zero nothing to point zero 0.07 they are right now. Skimmer went back on. I opened the valve again and kept feeding the same when I did that. Kept feeding the same because I didn't want them to start depleting right away. I haven't done no water change. I kept, my water change was the extra water I added to set up this system here. So, but this is the results, man. They opened back up. I did it slowly. I didn't rush. Yes, I will be sad if they would have like slowly disappear. But as you guys can see, they did open back up. So we got the rainbows open, the blue hornets open, and we got this one's opening back up. So take your time, man. Take your time. Don't do nothing crazy because you can not only kill what you're trying to save, but you could kill what is already thriving in the tank, man. There's no point of rushing just to save one species of coral when you got plenty, hundreds of species of coral living in your system. So again, and if they died it on me, then yeah, it was gonna hurt because, like I said, I grew them from two little heads to, I don't know, maybe 75 heads, even more. I even got a frag here. This is what started it all. This frag right here. So that was right there in the center. And you guys can see everything is open, man. Everything is opening slowly. So, and Sans, by the way, I got you, man. I got you. I know you like the Hornets a lot. I do too. It's my favorite zoas, I think, by far, man. There's so many beautiful zoas out there. But the blue hornets and the red hornets, oh, as colonies, when they get big, they're beautiful. Same thing with this, with this palitos, the yellow or nuclear green, what they call them. I love those, man. You guys don't have no idea. I love those. The red ones, they doing beautiful also. And the purple ones, they also doing good. I gotta find a way to get rid of this. I think I got about 7 green ones here. And those polys, they need to be out of there. They do throw a lot of slime when you try to get them out. So I think, and God forgive me, but I think I'm gonna inject them with vinegar, the same way I kill Aptasia. So I'm gonna try to remove them like that. So they finally, the yellow ones, they will stay in there. I don't mind. They sting the Monty. I don't mind the Monty stinging them. Whatever happened in this rock is gonna happen in this rock. I don't care. Yeah, I still got a frag that Monty there. I believe it's similar to, I saw a video of Reef Dork about the Monty that he just removed in his tank, and I think it looks similar. So yeah, I'm gonna try to clean it up as much as possible, especially the cave openings. So at least we still get that cave look on top of the rock, and then have the Monty grow a different pad. I think that's what I would do. Yeah, man, everything is good in this tank, man. Look at this beauty, man. Look at that beauty. It's only been today. It marks the 7 days since the upgrade, and everything. It's like it's been there for a long time. Again, today all I did was I moved this one here because I want that to be kind of a centerpiece where you come in here and you be like, oh, you know. Then these ones are opening back up too. Look at that. All the heads are open. Not one is closed. They stretching, looking for life. Of course, they in the shade over there. But again, it had that little slime on it, so I put them in the shade to see if the shade go away. Now, once I do my testing today, the number where they are right now, that's where I want to keep them. That's where I'm gonna work the most to keep them there because I see everything responding to it. Even the dying Ghanis are responding to whatever numbers the tank is sitting right now. So that means that's a good number to be in. So finger crossed, there are good numbers, and it's not them opening trying to absorb anything that is left in the water, because that can happen too. But yeah, man, sadly I lost that fish. You see, so he's using the cage as a protection, keeping the blue guy away. Those two now they get along. This used to be this guy's partner. Now they became one. It's and another thing, somebody's killing my snail. So far, I probably is the Raz. Not 100% sure because I haven't catch him flipping nobody up. But I also think the angel is possible to be killing them, or the hermit crabs once they get, because a lot of hermit crabs have moved inside their shell, and it's more the little black one. I forget their name, but the little black ones. I still had three trocus and two turbos. So hopefully, yeah, I saw this morning one of the trocus releasing sperm in the water. So hopefully the star. The minute I see one on my trocus now dead, somebody's coming out of the tank. Whoever is doing that is coming out. But I'm watching that Raz because that Raz I think he's the one. But got one turbo there, another turbo here, one trocus there. Where's the other one? Are you no? Oh, I got three turbos. Okay, that's good. You know they be hanging around the back, the trocus. So yeah, guys. Again, back to the whole situation. Just do things slowly, man. It's no rush on chasing a number in particular. Just hover around those numbers where the a lot of people recommend to be in it, and you'll be good. I hear a lot of people with phosphates to keep them around zero point 0.0, lower than 5, the 0.5. And let me tell you, man, every time my tank, I'm not saying do it to yours, but every time my tank is around 0.09 or 0.8, 0.9, 0.7, it's when I don't see no diatoms in the sand bed. Um, yeah, everything looks the happiest. So every tank is different. So that's what I'm saying. My tank has been through a lot. So if that's the number the coral love, then that's where I'm gonna keep them. That's where I'm gonna keep them. Cause everything is happy. I did test calcium. Calcium is sitting at 440. So that means what I'm dosing right now is working to keep them up there. Alkalinity, I saw it creeping up. So I got to test again. I'm doing like 3 tests a day because I want to see the difference in the morning. I just tested in the morning, it was 9.0. So I lower the doser 5 mil less because first it was 10 mil less than what I was dosing to make it go that high. And I think it was 8.3. Yeah, I think it was 8.3. I opened the doser 10 mils and it went out to 9. I did those 40 mils on top of that once I saw that low. So I did those 40 mils by hand. And then at night, it was going to get another 40 on top of that. So 80 mils in total extra. So that's why I went from, usually from 8.3, we'll go up like 3 points, 4 points. But since I did it in the morning and then at night, where I dosed the other 40, that's why when I test the next morning, it was 9.0. So now we'll see later today where we at. I love my purple pink zoas. Yeah, those are beautiful too. I think those are the pink sippers, something like that, or um, I don't know, pink princess, something like that. Pink diamonds. I believe it's called, or they call them over here. Low magnesium. Um, Low magnesium. No, no, my magnesium is sitting high right now. Beautiful. Got the monkeys growing like crazy. Prolific. Prolific breed. What's going on, brother? I haven't forgotten about you. But look at this, man. My algae almost died completely and it's bouncing back. Holy cow, what a trip with the algae. So, right, let me tell this story to you guys. So, me and Prolif been talking because, I promised him that I'm going to send him some of my dragon breath algae. So I'm over here in one of our conversations. Sorry to say our conversation, but I tell him, I'm gonna send you a nice pouch. So in case mine die, I could always go to you and you can send me a piece back. But anyway, so it's been hard for me since, by the time I go to work and by the time I get out, the post office is already closed. And usually Saturdays, I sleep to either I wake up early and I just start working around the tank, or whatever. I wake up later than what, or the post office closes around 11, 12 over here. So I haven't had the chance to send them the algae. Like a week later, I message him again and I say, I haven't forgotten about you, but I haven't been paying attention to the tank downstairs. So things are dying. That's when all those SPS or Montes, anything that I had in there, like stony coral, started dying or looking bad. But through all this whole time, I haven't looked at the refugium to see how the future's doing. I got a lot of detritus sitting in the bottom. I see all this clunk around the refugium area, but I'm not paying no attention. I haven't opened the refugium at all. There's no skimmer in there. It's nothing, man. Everything. I changed lights from the radiance to the T5. Then I added the bars. Then I took the bars down. Then I removed the T5. Now I'm back with the radiance and all that. Oh my God. It's just been a back and forth. No stability whatsoever on that tank. And then, stirred in the sand, moving stuff around, because catching fish and all this craziness. But anyway, I decided to take care of the tank and start at least keeping the tank clean. I connected the skimmer back. And if you guys see the craziness taken out, it's crazy. I cleaned the sump and then I went in on the fuge. I removed a lot of dead algae out of there. You guys had no clue that I was only left with like a few pouches. Nice size though, but you could see them dying from the inside and the leafy things looking kind of light. But all I needed was a cleanup, man. I started cleaning the sump, remove all the detritus, whatever crud was, sitting on the bottom of that tank. And I'm seeing a little, I see the algae getting a little better. So hopefully that's gonna be the case, and it's not dead, but it's not fully healthy right now. So that's what I'm trying to say. In worst case scenario, I got what started it all over there. That I finally cleaned it. So that one's still looking good. I did. Oh, by the way, also I did frag the gorgonians out of here. So I cut a big piece out of this one here that is sitting in the tank downstairs. It was a longer piece here, and then anything the anemone was touching on this side on top, because the anemone was more to this side. And now that I removed that part, the nem decided to go to the back. BS. But anyway, I cut the big chunk that was leaning towards this way. Now I gotta prune that one in the back. And now the hammers can get light. Thank you, Nem, for moving back. Um, but yeah. But like I said, at least you see the pinkish there is new growth. So it's gonna start growing again. So I managed to put this tank looking like when I first set it up. So hopefully this one never dies. The bilos is enough to keep that alive. I don't. I only done I think like 3 times water change on this tank since I set it up, and it's been running for 9 months now, I believe. No, going. Yeah, going on a year right now. Yeah, going on a year. So no skimmer. I gotta remove the piece of crap DIY skimmer I made. Not that it don't work. It just it's not in a position where I could manage the skimmer easily. And for the height that I got it, the air pump is not enough for what to skim the water right. So I gotta get this tank a new skimmer. But still a lovely tank. I love it. Oh, but yeah, I'm just still alive. Let me show you guys what I'm doing downstairs. Not much going on downstairs. Just Palo rocks and a bunch of frags of the softy. The Duncans though, the Duncans like the tank downstairs, so I might end up moving my colonies down here. So, as you can see, I'm protecting this guy from these two mofos here. He know what's the deal now. I know you're happy I put the nest there, so you're welcome. But you can see, oh, the Gorgonian fell off, so I gotta pick that up. It's over there. So I'm trying to keep this tank exactly what you guys are seeing here, looking more. I mean, if I take out the light, of course, blue. This is more the blue that I'm seeing with my naked eye. You put the lens, of course, it's white. But this is the spectrum that I'm gonna run this the most. Um, I do have to remove the rest body. This guy, where is he? Right there. That blending has to be removed. He do love to eat SPS. Proven is right there. He's been munching on that, munching on that. Um, Couple of the tips in this acro are dying. That was before I added the radiance back, so hopefully it will bounce back. Um, what else? Sub couple of these months are bouncing back also. I got all my GSP down here and a bunch of frags over here. So you see the Duncan do love this system down here. All the soils are opening back up. Look at that. Look at that. So same thing. I'm trying to keep this tank alkalinity stable for now. I got the ATO only. I'm not dosing nothing. The doser is there off. Nothing's connected. I removed the doser from down there, so that's out. Look at the junk. Look at how dark. You can't even see through it. That's how dark that thing is. And that's how dirty this water was, man. But if you can see now, I do have a pump down there. I left the controller downstairs. But anyway, I have a pump down there creating a lot of turbulence, so no detritus sit in the bottom over there. Same thing over here. I have a maxi jet. I have a maxi jet there with some polypat in there cleaning the bottom to keep the bottom clean. I got filter floss here, filter floss in both of them, keeping the water clean, and maybe the moment you guys are waiting for, the algae is still alive. So not as much as I had before, but you see the white on that one? That's exactly what was happening. So, but it's not looking super healthy, but it's not dying either. So I did those iron or ferrion by Bradwell. It's the same thing. It's iron dosing. I think this is nitrates. Yeah, nitrates. I haven't those nitrates. I don't think I need it right now. All I gotta do is test to make sure that's um, if I need it, then I will dose it. But everything's looking good, man. Everything looking good. Can't complain. Down here, this tank, like always. Look at that pH all the time. Um, 8.3. Barely move out of there. Now, temperature 79. I don't got nothing cooling this tank down, so. But that's how this tank is gonna stay for a long, long time. Pretty much 3 fish there, well, 4 fish or five. Yeah, I got a goby in there too. I haven't seen him in a while, but I know he's there. and another damsel down there. That guy gotta go. That guy, that blue guy. Oh man, I love the color. I love damsels, if you could tell. But this guy, but that guy right there, the one that is hiding in the dark over there, gotta go. He has to go. For this one, again, the same thing. All they gotta do, if either I'll buy a feeder before I leave, or boom, boom, throw the food through there. Whatever they want to eat, they will eat it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw some food now, see what happens. I know if when I leave, so all those nets are gonna be out of there. I'm just trying to give that guy a little room for him to relax and don't be attacked all day long. But fish are staying in different spots. So one over here in the back. This one became the dominant now, how I expected from the beginning, because he was the biggest one. And then that guy is the now the pussycat. He's scared. I'm gonna throw some food there, see what happened. I want to see that guy eat over there in the corner. Let's see. Nope. He keep ignoring the food. Cause the minute he start eating, he gonna feel comfortable enough to defend himself, you know. But he don't eat. He gonna keep getting weakened and weakened, and then he's gonna be target, and he gonna die. You're gonna die, buddy, if you don't start eating. They just chase the food. They don't care. This guy, man, this little guy, he's the toughest one in there. But you compare, man, compare this little guy here to this ballena here. Ballena is a whale, for those who don't know in Spanish. That's a whale of a fish, man. So, of course, if I'm gonna try to remove them to give them away, I gotta destroy my rock work again. I did it already like 4 or 5 times. Uh, but hey, we'll see. They need to get along, otherwise they're gonna be out of this tank. And then if I add any other fish there, it gotta be a big fish, not a small fish, because you know what's gonna happen. Anybody extra I add in this tank, it gotta be a tough fish, because if not, it's gonna get the beat down. The beat down. My guy, you need to start eating, brother. I can't keep this in there for so long, because you know the string in the middle, just if you didn't know, it's metal. Okay? Some type of metal. So you need to start eating at some point. I'm gonna give it a couple more hours, then I remove the nets. But yeah, guys, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Simulating a vacation. So I'm not touching nothing else in here. Yeah, I type Blue Devils. Try a wooden air stone on the skimmer. That's what I got, pa. That's what I got in there. A wooden air stone from the one from the cube. What is it? Nano cube skimmer. Like I said, it do work, but it just the way I did the collection cup and all that. It's not. I gotta improve my my DIY skimmer collection cup. Wow, how the DN2 looks, right? This is crazy. So some iron for the tank. I did. I've been doing it slowly. You know, I 5 meals every other week since you told me that last time, or every couple of days. Not trying to go crazy with it, since I'm not testing for it. With the nets. That's a free one, right? True. I don't need to dose it. I gotta now paint these little magnets I'm using here to hold the power heads, because I'm using the magnets for this. Since I got the Uter brace, I can now use the mounting that comes with those feeders, because they made for rimless tanks. Look at the difference on an SPS lit up tank to an LPS lit up tank. All blue all the time. So yeah, man, for the new setup, guys, for you guys that haven't seen it, so again, cut washer in both of this, ATO, all this system here, or Stan is doing the housing, more mostly the electrical, not for the whole system, but for this size, sun connection for this size also. I gotta do the ones for the power heads. I'm gonna put them in this size too for this tank. The ones for here, they hiding back here, so you see the power heads right there. It was just more to have more space, for the corals, the fish, and the containers. Not much going on in here, craziness like that. In the near future, this is kind of how I wanted it set up, but I want kind of like a U shape, so both peninsula and then in the middle like that, uh, pretty much empty. And then in the bottom, a long sump. I will have space in this side. I will have space on this side. And one side will have a refugium. And the other side will have refugium, dosers, and all that. And then in the other side, in the near future, when the tanks needs it, I will put a small calcium reactor. Because I do want to venture to all that to learn how to use them. Even if I crash the tank using them. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. So I'm gonna start with a nano reactor, and then I do have the reactor already. All I gotta do is just get the components to complete it. And mine's a nano reactor, and you can add an extra chamber, a bigger chamber for the media. But it's so expensive to set up a freaking reactor. It's no joke. So you think the most expensive thing is the chamber? No. You still gotta get the solenoid, all that craziness, the tank, all that. But in the near future, we do that because we're gonna need to. We're gonna need to. Oh, you guys, haven't seen the whole setup. I put a net there. I know some of you saw it already. So it's just decoration. The wife be making fun of me. She just stand in front of there and she starts saying, "Ah, welcome to what is it? Crispy Crab, something like that." Like it's a working restaurant. I said, "Stop doing that, cause you're gonna make me take the net down." But nah, she won't. I like it. I'm gonna start hanging crabs and sharks and all that from the net. Watch. Nah, I can't make that thing. They gotta be made out of foam, cause I cannot make those lights heavier than what they are right now. But that's just hilarious. That's just so freaking hilarious. Every time she stand in front of the tank, and welcome to Crispy Crab. How can I help you? Can I take your order? No, it cuts in net. Oh, gotcha. One thing I'm gonna start doing, I already um, is coming on the way, is, this is the bad thing, guys. This is the bad, even though it's gonna be beneficial, I know. But this is the bad thing sometimes of watching people with experience and people that been in the hobby so long. Because anything they say, we are quick to make decisions and start doing it ourselves. So now that I need better coloration in my corals right now, but I'm pretty sure since I'm not doing water changes weekly or bi-weekly or whatever, I know I need to add some trace elements to the tank because the corals, they growing, man, and they're gonna start consuming even more. So maybe part of what sometimes, I don't see that much polyp extension, certain corals and all that, it has to do with that. Maybe it's not enough for all the corals that I have in the tank. So watching Reef Bomb live with, I forgot the guy's name, not familiar to me, but he's kind of, um, some important guy in when it comes to ACI aquaculture products. And the minute they started talking about trace elements, crusty crab. The minute they started talking about trace elements, guess what your boy did? Went online and boop, I ordered some trace element. I ordered the Brightware Replenish, I think it's called. So it's minor and trace elements for the tank. So I'm gonna start dosing that. I'm gonna, of course, do some reading because I don't wanna go crazy. Um, so maybe I change the first head of the doser to the trace elements and then connect the J-bow to only those calt water to the tank and have both running instead of, so that way I don't stress too much the head on the coral box doser, so it's not handling the 90 mils per hour. And that way I could go on vacation with a peaceful mind. You cool and SpongeBob in the cube tank. Krusty Krabs, man. She's calling my tank set a Krusty Krab store. How the sound, man? I got the headphones on, so probably sound better than way before. I haven't used the headphone in a long time. It's more easy, when you can move around. And I don't have the wireless because every time I get them, I lose them. So I do have some wireless here, but they used to be the wife. And guess what? One is from one thingy and the other one from a different one. So if I use one, I connect to my phone, and then this one will connect to her phone. So they're not compatible, I guess, to be connected as one. So I can no use them. The other day I'm trying to use them to hear some YouTube videos or whatever, and the minute I put them on, she was watching something. So now I'm here hearing what I'm hearing that I want to watch, and then what she's watching too. So next week, also next weekend, this coral is leaving my tank, man. I'm so proud of growing it this big. This coral right here is leaving the tank, man. It's going to a good home. It's going all the way to, I believe, Virginia, Maryland. So, or Florida. I don't even know. Georgia? one of those states. You know, it's one of those states. So you guys gonna see it posted on IG where that coral is going. So I'm really proud of myself of growing that from a little frag, a little stick that broke off out of that, and I grew that. And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's even looking better than my freaking colony. So super happy that I got it this far. I do have another one here that is on the same growing and growing and growing. Pretty soon I'm gonna remove it because I don't want it to attach. So the minute this one goes, this one's gonna move over here because I don't want them to attach to the rock. So I forgot Eduardo is the guy that's gonna take it. I promised him the coral because he had a tank crash, and that was like about a year ago. And his tank right now is doing really good. He took measures so what happened before don't happen again. He lost power. He didn't have a generator, or he didn't know nothing about that device that you connect to the car. So at least you had the pump running. So he lost a lot of SPS and a lot of fish in his tank. But as of right now, the tank bounced back, and some coral did survive, and he had purchased new corals. They are doing really good right now. So I told him, I said, listen, this guy here is gonna go for your tank. You don't gotta give me nothing for it. It's just me donating that to your tank. Um, I mean, the guy he's a Marine, so I think he's already a veteran. So I said, appreciation for what he done, and for him to get even more motivated with his tank, I'm gonna give him that coral. Again, I don't get attached to corals, man. I do love them, and I always say it. As long as I keep it peace, and if it dies on my tank and you have it in your tank, and you could send a piece back, then you could take the whole thing for what I care. I just enjoy doing this, man. The new Millie, man. Look at that new Millie. It needs a haircut. Has too many polyps out. I was doing good. This one, I want to move it higher. Because this one, I know if I give it higher light, it turns yellow. Kind of that yellow green Millie type. So, yep. This one. And those are the new ones. This one, I like this one started getting the polyps out. So that's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The Tenius is doing really good. Super happy. I see some yellow where the coral lights are. And then the Espiciosa. I hate that word. Espiciosa. I seen some pictures, kind of what it looked like. So I guess they gave me the tip. Drama told the guy that I like the tip. So he gave me the tip of this Espiciosa. I guess the bottom is kind of like all aqua blue, kind of smooth skin type looking acro, and the tips are green. So we'll see if it grows to that. But nothing, guys. Thank you so much for accompanying me and listening to me. So yeah, like I say, going on vacation. Get ready. Get everything ready. The purple one is purple millie. Well, if you put the glasses, it look kind of like yeah, purple. On the white is purple. With the glasses, kind of like a reddish, like those red grapes. So yeah, it's a millipora, millipora. Love it, man. It's so freaking nice. So freaking nice. That's what I want to do with certain spots in the rockwork. It's couple coral that I would love to remove them from the rock, which is gonna be a mission and a half, and replace them with millies. Cause if I ever do a dream tank, of course I'm not gonna get rid of the corals I got, so they're gonna have to go somewhere. But in the rock itself, I wanna have I wanna have a lot of millies. I love millies, especially that sunset millie. Oh my god. Oh my god, my god, my god. Can't wait to get my hands on one. But again, I will pay $40 for the frag. I won't pay more than that. Trust and believe. I get the point of the price. I get the point of they that's what they do. They grow corals to sell them. So they gotta make money. They gotta pay bills. They gotta pay water. They gotta pay this. They gotta pay that. And I get it. One thing that this, since we got whatever is going on in the world right now with gas prices and all this craziness going on, a lot of vendors are doing sales on corals, and it's messing up the game for those that do not do sales like that and lower their prices too much. Some corals are losing value, and some stores are losing business because of the sales. I don't want to mention no name, but I know one person has, sell for a minute now, and he rather close the business than lower the price of the corals. And hey, you know, one thing is you cannot blame the situation that we are going through right now, and you cannot blame the industry right now. Also, you cannot blame the reefers that are having success out here. Because that's the thing. Some people, it's hard for them to accept that we can grow corals too. Like it's becoming this simple. Like right now, you give a reef tank to anybody, and pretty much everybody can be successful with it. So I'm in a position, in a place right now where if all this coral start touching the glass, what I'm gonna do with them? I don't know what to do with them unless I do a sale or give them away. But once it's becoming so easy for people to get the chemistry of the water and be successful at it, so people cannot be mad at that. So that's for me. One, not only the prices going up on everything, but also people being successful at it, and so many people out there with corals. So right now, for you to make money, you gotta spend those big bucks on those big shipments of corals coming out of state or from the Caribbeans, so you could get the new hottest shit out there, and you could promote that new coral that nobody have. That's the only way you can make the eventually it's gonna be to that level. So only top dollar people is the one that is gonna have the newest coral, because now everybody's successful at it. For me, that's pretty much what's going on. But I also agree with the guy. He don't want to lower the price, so for that, he's not gonna do no sales, and he rather shut the business down than give you a price today on a sale and then give you the regular price tomorrow after the sale. So I totally get it, and I respect that too. 'Cause he's watching out for his business. He's not watching out for his, like to sell as much coral or more coral than anybody else. Because it's gonna be kind of competition. Who can make the most sales? and you got massive companies or farms now, because they don't become, they no longer stores, they became farms. You know, you got Top Shells Aquatics, you got Worldwide Coral, you got Tidal Gardens, so many to mention, man. Those are the most popular ones that I know. Imagine the ones that I don't know. You know, some are open to the public, and some are these private ones that collect the hottest shit, grow them for a minute, keep one for themselves, and then they sell that new hottest shit to these other farmers, and then people go in there where you and me can go in, and the one that has the most money or offers the most money for the new coral takes it home. And I bet you before it gets to down the tree, down the line, if I was the one that had more money than you and got that new hottest shit, now you're gonna offer me some money to get the first frag out of it. And before us regular reefers get our hands on some of the hottest things, we gotta wait a long time, because you know how much coral is out there that we don't know about, and these people have it in private homes and all that. So yeah, man, shit is crazy out here. Yeah, yeah. I can't sell my clown for what it cost me to raise them. LFS is cheaper. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, right now the fish went higher in price. I think it's gonna be more money. Not even, cause the fish prices are crazy right now too. You can no longer get a damsel for $4 like before. Now they $20, 25. I saw a firefish. They used to cost $12, $15 in Petco. Now I think they like $25. But I saw in another store for 80 freaking dollars a firefish. A firefish. $80. Use it in a calcium reactor. Yeah, like when I get to the calcium reactor, is like I had to dominate everything I'm doing to the system or to whatever system I'm running whenever I get to that. And like right now, uh, I'm I'm getting to know my system even more, even more. So happy seeing those doors open. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! You can see the. Well, nothing, guys. I need to eat something. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna let you guys go again. I appreciate you guys spending time listening to whatever I had to say. My journey to. I probably do another live like half of the week, kind of show you guys how things are going, and then at the end of the week, kind of like I said, mimicking like I went on vacation and came back and see how things are doing. I'm not cleaning the glass. Uh, I was supposed to clean it before I leave, but right now I got a little bit of slime coat on it. I might leave it like that, or at least so I see what's going on. At least keep one side only clean for now, just so I could keep monitoring whatever is going on in the tank. Calypso, hello, 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 hello. I said hello long time ago. Reef cute. Or get a pair of fish, they eat most corals. But yeah, so again, I keep you guys posted. If anything, just be on the lookout on IG. I will post anything there. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, and I see you guys in the next live. Stay safe. Happy Father's Day weekend. See you guys.